Hello children, welcome to the class, and today we are going to learn chapter number 5 of science, coal and petroleum. So this chapter is very important because this chapter helps us to learn about fossil fuels, about different type of natural resources and different type of renewable energy sources like sun, wind. Also, it tell us about how we can use the renewable energy sources like thermal energy, geothermal energy, water energy, hydro energy, different kind of energy how we can use. So we can divide first of all resources into two type of resources. So what is the resource? It is the source or supply from which we can benefit in some way. There are two type of resources. First, natural resources, and natural resources are like wind, soil, water, air, sun. These are the natural resources, while on the other hand man-made resources are like something made by human for their consumption. They are not available naturally. So we can divide them into two parts: exhaustible and inexhaustible natural resources. So natural resources, those who are inexhaustible, are जैसे air and sunlight. We can use lot of air daily. We can use air. We can use sunlight daily. No, more than 16 hours, more than 12 hours, we are getting sunlight throughout the day without any delay, without any less quantity. We are getting it daily. So these are the inexhaustible natural resources. While on the other hand, exhaustible natural resources are like forest, wildlife, minerals, coal, petroleum, natural gas. So these are basically the fossil fuel, and the amount of these resources in nature is limited. They can be exhausted by human activities. Example, the forest cutting for procuring the land for cultivation, for furniture. Okay, so we are exhausting these natural resources, while on the other hand we are using minerals, coals, petroleum, natural gas for transportation and for many other uses. So basically these resources can be consumed someday. Okay, in future we will not able to see petrol, diesel for the next or next to next generation. Our generation will not able to see the petrol because we are consuming it in a very large rate. We are exponentially decreasing the natural resources which are exhaustible. So let's talk about these type of resources. So basically we have divided them in this chapter in two parts: coal and petroleum. So first of all we will learn about coal and petroleum. Remember that both are exhaustible natural resources. So how they are formed? They are formed from the dead remains of living organisms, which are known as the fossils. So these are the fossil fuels. Coal and petroleum both are known as the fossil fuel. Also CNG, LPG, these are the fossil fuels. So first of all we will learn that what are the fossils. Over a million years ago, the remains were buried deeper and deeper under the earth, and with the effect of enormous heat and pressure they are turned into oil and gas. Okay, these are the fossils. So the dead vegetation is converted into coal, and the dead organism, living organisms such as algae and other kind of small organism, they have converted into oil and gas. Both are separated. Coal is converted by dead vegetation, and after the effect of heat and pressure under a million over the millions of years deep buried under the earth, and petroleum is made by the dead organisms over the million of year with the effect of heat and pressure. So this is the diagram which is showing about how the dead vegetation is converted into coal. But actually this process is known as the carbonization. So what is the carbonization? About 300 million years ago, the earth had dense forest in low-lying wetland areas. Due to natural processes like flooding, these forests got buried under the soil. As more soil deposited over them, they are compressed. The temperature also rose as they sank deeper and deeper and deeper. Under high pressure and high temperature, dead plants got slowly converted to coal. As coal contains mainly carbon, so this slow process of dead vegetation conversion into fuel is known as the carbonization. It's a definition of carbonization, so you should remember that. So these are the different parts of coal. Coal is enormously used in industries and in the form of coke, coal and coal tar, coal gases. So first of all we will talk about the coke. It is tough, porous and black substance. It is almost the purest form of the carbon. But the very important use of the coke is the manufacturing of steel. It is used in manufacturing of steel and in extraction of many metals. Next is coal tar. Coal tar is used. It is the mixture of actually 200 substances, and product obtained from coal tar are used as starting material for manufacturing various substances used in everyday life and in industries like dyes, drugs, explosive, even in perfumes, plastics, paints, photographic material, roofing material, etc., medicines, pesticides, and more on. So these all are are the uses of coal tar. And the last one is coal gas. It is obtained during the processing of coal to get coke. We know that coke is the purest form of carbon, coal. So while we process from coal to coke, we get the coal gas. It is used as a fuel in many industries situated near the coal processing plant. Now we will talk about the next part, which is petroleum. So as we have already discussed that the dead vegetation has converted into coal, and similarly dead living organism like algae and other kind of sea organism, dead living sea organisms, they all converted into the petrol under the pressure of heat and temperature. They all converted into the petrol. So as these organisms died, their bodies settled at the bottom of the sea and got covered millions with a layer of sand and clay. As you can see that this is under the deep buried inside the sea, and they got covered with layer of sand and clay over millions of years under the absence of air, high temperature and high pressure. They are transformed into the petroleum and natural gas. You can see in the figure that this is oil. You can see on this in the screen, this is oil, and then above it this is gas, and these are the wells. We can see that these wells in Mumbai High in India and many other places around the world, especially in Gulf countries, these kind of well and these kind of reservoir are very common in Gulf countries. In India, you can see them in Mumbai High. So these are the well, and they are digged well inside these river rocks, and we can get gas and oil from them. But you can see here the very interesting thing that a layer containing petroleum, oil and gas is above that of water. Can you tell me why? Yes, of course, because oil is lighter than water. So that is why it is floating above the water. So also you can understand this, that first oil well was drilled in Pennsylvania, USA in 1859, and 8 years later in 1867, you can imagine that how old the petroleum digging was there in India. 1867 oil was struck at Makum in Assam. In India, oil is found in Assam, Gujarat, Mumbai High, and the river basin of Godavari and Krishna. So now we will talk about the petrol refining. Children, what kind of petrol we are getting from these reservoirs? These reservoirs are not this kind of petrol is not compatible for use. We have to refine this. This is a very sticky, black and thick concentrated kind of oil, and we cannot use it anywhere. We cannot use it in our cars, we cannot use in our trains, we cannot use them in aeroplane, we cannot use it anywhere. So we have to use it after refining. So uh, we can get different type of elements and with different type of products and byproducts also after refining. The process of separating the different constituents fraction of petroleum is known as the petroleum refining. And yes, of course, you all know well, because in Mathura there is a petrol refinery in which we can see that lot of the products and byproducts are formed after refining. So दिस इज द फ्रैक्शनल डिस्टिलेशन दैट यहाँ से हम उसको हीट प्रोवाइड करते हैं, एंड आफ्टर प्रोवाइडिंग हीट बाय फर्नेस फ्रैक्शनल इसका डिस्टिलेशन होता है, एंड वी आर गेटिंग डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ heavy gas oil, light gas oil, kerosene, gasoline, petroleum at different temperature. Okay, so these are the various constituents of petroleum and their uses. पेट्रोलियम गैस, सबसे पहले है पेट्रोलियम गैस एलपीजी, एंड यू नो वेरी वेल द यूज ऑफ पेट्रोलियम गैस. Petroleum gas is used in home for cooking gas, of course, in industries also. Petrol is used in motor fuel, aviation fuel. Aviation fuel आप समझते हो, जैसे एरोप्लेन्स में, एयर बसेस में जो फ्यूल यूज किया जाता है, विच इज पेट्रोल, बट दिस इज नॉट द सेम पेट्रोल एज वी आर यूजिंग इन आवर कार एंड डीजल, in our car and scooty and motorbike. No, this is different one. This type of petrol is a different one. It's highly refined and it's very costly, 7 times 8 times costlier than our natural जो हमारा करिंग पेट्रोल है उससे कहीं ज़्यादा 7 टाइम 8 टाइम्स ज़्यादा महंगा होता है. इट इज़ ऑल्सो यूज एज सॉल्वेंट फॉर ड्राई क्लीनिंग. हम ड्राई क्लीनिंग के लिए कपड़े देते हैं, तो ड्राई क्लीनिंग में जो केमिकल यूज किए जाते हैं, दे आर नॉट क्लीनिंग इट विद वाटर, दैट इज वाई इट इज नोन एज द ड्राई क्लीनिंग. So the chemical they are using, petrochemicals, they are also obtained from the petrol. Next is kerosene. This is the fuel for stoves, lamps and aircraft also. So it's very important. Next is diesel. For heavy motor vehicle like truck, tractor and buses, we use diesel. ठीक है. इलेक्ट्रिक जनरेटर्स, जो घरों में इलेक्ट्रिक जनरेटर होते हैं, पावर कट के समय जो जनरेटर यूज किए जाते हैं, वी आर यूजिंग डीजल इन दैम. And next 5, 6, 7 are the byproducts or residue of refining. The lubricating oil is first, which is used in lubrication. Next is paraffin wax. पैराफिन वैक्स, ऑइंटमेंट, कैंडल, वैसलिन, जो हम घरों में वैसलिन विंटर्स में यूज़ किए जाते हैं. इनफैक्ट जो बहुत सारे ऑइंटमेंट यूज़ किए जाते हैं घरों में, क्रैक क्रीम है और डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ बीटर, इन सब में जो बेस यूज़ किया जाता है वो बेसिकली पैराफिन वैक्स होता है. एंड द लास्ट रेसिड्यू विच हैज़ बीन शोन हेयर इज बिटुमिन. बिटुमिन इज यूज्ड फॉर सरफेसिंग ऑफ रोड. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, पेंट्स में यूज़ किया जाता है, रोड की सरफेसिंग में यूज़ किया जाता है. Now this is all about the different constituents. अभी हम बात करते हैं the one more constituent which is natural gas. ठीक है. Natural gas is compressed natural gas which is also used in our automobile, with some car and some different type of auto rickshaws are also filled with CNG because it is a cleaner fuel. So as we know that these resources are limited. ठीक है. These resources are limited in nature. So how can we control our use? How can we control our unlimited, unconscious use of these kind of fuel? So here is a look. For example, we can, first of all, we can cover up I mean, we can use a pressure cooker instead of any open utensil for cooking dal, chawal, or other things, because we can save time as well as LPG. Okay. Next is we can use public transport, though it is very difficult to use it sometimes, because we it's very convenient to use our bike, scooty, motorcycle, car, four wheeler, our own four wheeler. But if for the long distances, we can use public transports. Switching off our vehicle engines at signals can be achieved by using vehicles air conditioner only when absolutely needed. Fuel is also conserved if you don't change gears too often, and if you drive at speeds between 50 to 70 kilometers per hour. And we have to make sure that these trips yourself and encourage other to follow in your footsteps. Sometimes it happens ki whenever we drive, we change gears continuously without any actual use. So we should have to control this habit. And also in cooking gas, we can use like preparation, cook and eat. We will have to um, prepare thing before using the LPG. For example, हमने cooking gas on किया and then we have started preparing the things. No, we have to first prepare the things without wasting our LPG. Carpool is also a good option for saving the fuel. Now, four people are using different kind of vehicle. Like one is using scooty, other is using bikes, third one is using auto rickshaw, and fourth one is using car. So rest of the three can pool the car to the fourth one, so that they can all these three can save the petrol also. So it also encourages our family and friends to carpool when they travel to work or school. Last but not the least, walk or cycle. ठीक है, आपने सुना भी होगा कि बहुत छोटे छोटे देश हैं वर्ल्ड में, जहाँ के कई बहुत सारे जो प्राइम मिनिस्टर हैं, दे समटाइम कनाडाज प्राइम मिनिस्टर कम्स ऑन दी बाइसिकल. ठीक है, दे आर नॉट कमिंग दिस टू show off, but they want to give us a message that you will have to save the fuel. ठीक है, if you need to travel short distances for the school, from a local market, friend's house, avoid using a fuel consuming vehicle or choose a walk or cycle or instead. Not only this is the good for environment, but it also keep you fit and healthy. So children, this is a small topic, coal and petroleum, in which we have studied that coal and petroleum are limited in nature. Also, we are using, not only us, but the whole world is aware about it. Why? Because carbon is releasing lot, coal and petroleum both are releasing lot of carbon dioxide, right? If the carbon dioxide is released in such a enormous amount, what will happen? What will happen? It will be the great cause of global warming, which is these, because these are the greenhouse gases. And the greenhouse gases, if increased in nature, what will happen? They will increase the amount of carbon dioxide around the earth, and the global warming will occur. And after the global warming, what will happen? The ice cap, the polar ice cap of the earth will be melted, and the level of sea will be increased, resulting in the flood in coastal areas like Mumbai, Pune, है ना? After it is predicted that after hundreds of years, you will not able to see the most of the part of Mumbai. Why? Because it will be submerged in under the ocean. Why? Because the rate of increasing the carbon dioxide in air is increasing in such a way that it is causing the global warming. So the whole world is just seeking for the new alternative of fuels. Some of them are solar, the very important one, because we are using solar energy as solar fuel and solar cells. Also hydropower, hydroelectric power, we are getting electricity from hydropower. Geothermal, we are getting energy from volcanoes and other sources. Biomass, wind, these all are the renewable and very good resources. for alternate fuels. So we should try to invest in this type of fuels. Also, our government have to take initiative to encourage such kind of the renewable energy sources. So I'm ending this chapter here. Thank you, children, for being a good listener.